Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome back to Banished. And as you can see, we left off exactly where we were last episode with all these buildings and details, and no, this is not where we left off at all. So what happened was I recorded an episode and then proceeded to accidentally delete said episode. And so now we are, I think, a year or so ahead of episode 2. Not a whole lot of progress made. I mean, in terms of layout, yes, there was. But in terms of population, not really. We're about where we were, plus or minus a few people. But in that episode that you guys will never get to see and I will never get to edit and never get to upload, I finished off our production district. And I'm going to go ahead over some of the details that I worked on. We have, of course, our blacksmith and tailor here. We have a small barn to store some local kind of production goods. I made this cooper, which creates these crates, barrels, and casks. I don't know what they're for or anything, but it looks like they produce materials. I don't know if it matters what materials it is for certain buildings or not. That's just something we'll have to find out later. We have a bundling shed for fire bundles. That's to create fuel for, it's pretty much just like firewood. We have our normal woodcutter over here. And we have our weavers for turning, making full cloth and things like that, which is pretty cool. We have a saw pit, which creates lumber planks, which I believe are used in these, the cooper and the joiner. The joiner makes furniture of some kind, which is a really cool building. And then we have a ropery. Rope is very useful for a whole lot of things, I'm sure. Now, and oh, we gained a citizen. A child, but that's great. Now, with the mod, there's a whole lot of decorations that we can do. So I built this kind of tucked away little well with outhouse, bench for people to hang out. And they actually congregate here, which is very interesting, that the AI know to hang out in these type of areas. In fact, I'm actually laying out some more kind of clutter here, which is going to get produced shortly. But this episode, we are expanding out from the production district, and I'm going to make the residential, the main homes and things like that, maybe a civic building, some type of school. So let's go ahead and actually start with the church. Now the church in this town is going to act basically like the town center in a sense, because it is a very important building to do. And it looks like they changed, you know, how far up you can place them, which is great. You can basically bump these up directly next to the road. And we're gonna need a graveyard at some point, so that's probably what the back area is going to be used for, which is good. Let's go ahead. Let's make it flush. Oh, I'd say right here. Leave some room on the southern edge just for more decoration. Oh my, there's even different variations of this chapel. I didn't even know that. Okay. That's good to know. There's 3 different variations, and we might end up using all of them. We can just connect this road here, and then also build, let's see, workshop. Let's go with a cemetery with a transparent ground texture. That's a little weird. Yeah, let's just do a normal cemetery, I think. Oh, it's too small by 1 block. So actually we're going to be moving, not pausing, but moving our church here, because I think it would be a good idea to do. Oh no, don't build the road. Don't do that. Thank you. Let's build the cemetery first, just so we can get the size down. I have to wait for the builder to remove those road segments. And in the meantime, I can show you the little bit of clutter that we can do here. Barrels and crates and things, and carts. Let's throw in some housing. Let's just do the normal wooden homes for this area. Okay, and maybe even salt box house, something a little bit higher tier. Can I center this onto the barn? I might be able to. No. Barn, I think, is an odd kind of numbered structure. I think we'll just stick with wooden houses for this town. No sense going too colonial. Okay, so we can just build 3 more houses up there and get started again for the second time on this cemetery here. Too small. That's okay. So we can do that and chapel it up. Which we can actually, can we make it flush-ish here? Not really. We'll just have to make room like this. Put the road back. Yeah, it's gonna be a little off-center, but that's okay. I can even just move it, really. I can move this road over one. It's not really gonna affect anything in the long run. Can I cancel? No. I guess you can't cancel a deletion of road. A little weird. Let's go ahead and get 2 builders, and we'll speed up the time. It's already been a little while, and I don't want to waste too much time here. And then we'll just go ahead and place another civic building. We'll just go with a schoolhouse. Now we can go with the classic one, or we can go with a 1-room schoolhouse, which, to be honest, I think looks better to begin with. Though we won't be able to center it up. So can I center? This one does center. So even though the other looks better, my symmetry needs are going to be met here. Let's connect our road back to the barn. There we go. Oh, good. They're getting work on the church already. Our resources are doing really well at the moment. Our first graveyard is built. It fits in fairly nice, I think. Even more homes. Things are progressing really well. Our food supply is doing great. No one living here, so again, encouraging growth for our citizens for sure. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. Find resources, theme sets, modular buildings. So with the mod, you can do modular buildings. You can do just this normal first floor structure. Pretty standard, right? Just a flat top roof. Can almost look like a shop, to be honest. Or you can do just this version, you know, not a flat top at all. And it won't be able to have anything built on it. In fact, I really like this house. I think it's a very nice looking home. It's fairly big too. So we can just put this up. Let's put this over by the church because it is a nicer looking home. Oh, different roof colors. Let's go with a black slate. That'll look nice. We're going to be running out of stone here soon, so we'll just have to collect more of the stuff. It's great that the area is flat because it makes collecting resources a whole lot quicker. Now this church is not going to be manned by a priest for a little while, just because happiness is still fine. We don't have to worry about needing it, but it's just already built. We don't have to worry about building another one. We will put one of our 4 adults into a school teacher role, just to get educated citizens. Educated citizens really drive up your economy. And so that's something to really look forward to. Also, in between episodes that you'll never get to see, is I upgraded our storage warehouse on this end to the large version. It's part of the mod as well, and I think it actually looks very nice. I like the kind of asymmetricalness of this little side closed room and then the open barn. In fact, something like this will look pretty good in Medieval Engineers. Just make sure we're on at least ×5 speed or something. Our tools, we still have a good supply of tools. We have a good supply of firewood. We have a good supply of a lot of things. This forest is pretty much fully grown in. Everything is just going smoothly at this point. It's just trying to get enough people to try and get a population boom. I can't wait till this school's built. And that house. That's a really nice house. Let's go ahead and look at some more modular things. Urban food market. So the cool thing, I guess, is you can do this urban food market thing, and you can actually put a house on top of it by using the modular construction. You can put like this on top of it, or this version on top of it, you know? And if you want a third floor, you can even do that, which would look even, you know, more interesting for sure. I don't know if that increases how many people can live there. You can also do a bakery for the first floor. Very Kiki's delivery service at this point, which I think is really awesome. I'm definitely going to have to include a building like that. We can do walls. These are for docks and things. I think I've already been over some of that stuff. We have a signpost here to, you know, mark out decorations. There's a whole lot of decorations we can do, from logs, just different variations of that, carts, lamp posts, you know, crime and punishment, which it might make sense to kind of have a gallows near the church. It is the main kind of civic structure of our town. But do I want it near the schoolhouse? That's the question. Ooh, guillotine. Stockades. Small gallows. Who knows? Campfires. No variations there. A lot of these structures have variations, which are wonderful. So let's go ahead and get a teacher going. We'll see if we get any students at this point, which is great. It's always raining here, which is something. I mean, you know, it is a little relaxing, as you guys said last episode, I believe, that you didn't mind all the rain. Kind of gives you guys something to listen to while I ramble here for your entertainment. Let's go ahead and harvest all that whole area. And then we'll just keep filling in homes kind of behind the church. Luxury production. Inn and garden. Again, dude, guys, this structure looks awesome. There's no variation, which I would love to see some variation in the courtyard or something, but otherwise it's great. I mean, a small tavern, which is cool. Brewery. Winery. Distillery. There's so many buildings that we can do here. And then I'm thinking that once we have this church and some of these smaller homes done, this actual town will be basically self-sufficient. I might add some duck blinds, hunting blinds along the river, maybe a fishery of some kind. Let's see, do they have variations of this? No. So the problem about living on a stream is just how much room the fishing docks take up. And really, this isn't bad, to be honest. gonna plop that down just to get that ready. We have a lot of stone, a lot of iron, and a lot of lumber to work with. So, you know, we can build a way fairly quickly and easily. Okay, so this house got completed, which is great. I don't know how many people are the optimum size to be living in it, but it is a nice looking home. Food refining. Dairy. At some point, man, I really want that bakery. Smokehouse. That's pretty cool. Cures a variety of fresh food for preserving. It requires something. What does this thing require? Does it? I think it requires some of this lumber. So let's pop someone in here and just see what they do. I haven't seen anyone work in this station, but if I had to guess, they probably stole the animation. Oh no, they actually whip out the saw. So they're using a build animation for this. Very, very good. And this guy will just make some planks for us to use, hopefully, in creating that item. So let's see. I believe it was a smokehouse, right? Yeah, that'll be cool. Put this kind of near the fishery. It's kind of the last large building in this direction. And he's just sawing away, sawing away. Amarillin, a woodcutter, educated, yes, clothing fair, tool iron, getting something to eat. How long does it take to create wood? Man. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and round out the road at this point. Just for the sake of everything here. And then I need to extend this out so I can see how far to take it on this end. Oop, nope, nope. Not quite right. It's already been 17 minutes in. We are totally going to fill this whole area up with homes. I think that's definitely going to be the best thing to do. And we definitely have the room for it. So I'm going to try a few more of these modular homes, I believe. So let's see where. There they are. So let's grab just this base here. And then just do the second floor on top of it. And let's see, can't fit any other one, but I might be able to fit a small wooden one. This one will be a 3-story once we get there. I think. That road might be an issue. But we might be able to off-center it. That might look interesting to do. I mean, the wall will still cover up that door, I think. So we'll just off-center it just to see what that looks like. And then we'll grab the 3rd floor roof. And then stick that on there. Actually, no, it needs to be back one to match the 2nd floor. Otherwise, that will look weird. There we go. I think that'll look okay. But we'll see. We'll just have to see. And then we'll just kind of throw these down a little haphazardly to fill the space. Yeah, and so that's gonna be our village, which is cool. Lumber. So how long does this take to make, lady? I mean, you've been sawing for quite a while. I mean, you're gonna create 10 lumber per round, I believe. It did say this took a while. Like if we open up our production here and find, let's see, the saw pit. Very slow method of creating lumber by sawing wood logs. Use the flatten terrain tool if you remove this building. Wow, they're still at it. They weren't kidding. That's a really, really slow way to do it. There is a sawmill though. Building supplier? What are you? I have no idea what you do. Craftsperson who compiles the resources necessary to build complex structures into transportable packages. A vital function when building grandiose houses or large buildings. Interesting. And of course we'll throw in some cool kind of decorations through here. Maybe make this look a little bit more park-like. In fact, I didn't want to do too many skips, but I feel like just to keep the progress going, and then this will be the last skip probably in this whole series, I do want to kind of keep this very, you know, slow going, not a whole lot of skips, because you can get a lot done in Banished fairly quickly, depending on how you do it. We do have a student, which is a great thing to have. It will slow down how many adults we get, but we're fine at surviving at this rate. So I'll be back here. Hopefully it won't be more than maybe a year in-game time, and we can see this finished residential district, and I'll go ahead and add details. That's what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna take a lot of time, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay everyone, so this is where we are at. The whole kind of new residential district is complete. We have plenty of housing going forward. At this point, all we'll have to worry about is keeping up food supplies, fuel supplies for heating for the winter, things like that. We have the potential for a really good growth. The modular buildings turned out very nice, I think. You know, especially this is 3-story. I really like this little jut that it made on it. You can learn a lot just from building things like this, and I can probably take a whole lot of inspiration for medieval engineers from this game, and you know, that's why you branch out to look at other things. It increases your kind of image bank in your head to pull from when you're doing creative games like that. So yeah, all these homes are finished, and I added a little courtyard by the church with some trees, a bench. A well is going to be built in here in a little bit. I mean, you never know if a fire is going to break out, and that can cause massive damage, especially since a lot of our buildings are close together like this. Our saw pit is still working. It's been 2 in-game years. 2 or 3. And we've only made 7 lumber. So, as you guys can see, it's going to be taking a little bit of our time for sure to keep ahead of it. But that's okay. I'm actually going to temporarily turn on our tailor, and hopefully they'll get started working. We have had 1 person already graduate from our school, which is wonderful. And in fact, if we go just real quick, make sure everything is kind of efficient. The school teacher works really close to the schoolyard. The person working on our lumber lives really close to that. I mean, our tailor lives really close. Having all these homes really close to production is going to help a lot with just efficiency. So you can see all these people live near the gathering hut. Same here. Same with this one. We don't have anyone traveling from the town out to this area. We have plenty of room. And that's something you really want to keep in mind when you're laying out your cities. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Our small little established village is nearing completion in terms of this area, and soon we will be working on yet another village. This one's of course going to be a jack of all trades because it's going to be our springboard into more specific kind of oriented kind of places to produce certain goods, and then we're going to have trading stalls set up throughout the world to ship those goods around. It's going to be a very simulated economy. It's going to be a whole lot of fun setting up and then most likely failing and watching everyone starve to death, but we'll get to that point eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more gaming goodness. Go ahead and check out Medieval Engineers. You can check out Banished, which is the series. You can check out the previous series where we failed, but it has been a while. This is why we're doing this again. Check out Timber and Stone. Check out Starmate. Any one of my other series. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.